Hi, Super Second Graders. It's Mrs. Schnall here. Today I'm going to introduce our new second grade social studies unit. We're going to learn about government. You may have heard your parents use the word government, or you may have heard it on the news. All government is a system of rules and laws that we have in our country to help keep us safe and protected. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the difference between rules and laws. And then we're going to read a really funny story called No Rules for Michael to learn about why rules are so important. So let's take a look over here first and talk about the difference between rules and laws. So rules are routines or procedures that people follow at certain times or certain places to keep them happy, safe, and healthy. Laws are examples of rules, but they're made to keep entire communities safe. They let people know what is right and what is wrong. If you take a look at our rules and laws double bubble chart, we can look at examples of rules and laws. So we see that in this bubble, we know both laws and rules are made to keep us safe. A rule would be an example of something like brushing your teeth twice a day. It's something that us as individuals have to do to keep us safe and healthy. Your parents might enforce it. They might be the ones to tell you need to brush your teeth, not the President of the United States. Another example of a rule would be you have to hold an adult's hand when crossing the street. That's an example of something that keeps you safe as an individual, as a single person. Finally, we have be respectful to your classmates. That's a very important rule that we all follow. Even though we're on Zoom nowadays, we're still respectful when our classmates are talking to a teacher, or respectful of our teachers for that matter. Those are all examples of things that keep us as individuals safe and healthy. A law, on the other hand, would be something that keeps everyone in the community safe and happy. So stopping at a red traffic light, that protects the entire community. Everyone would need to stop at a red traffic light, not just one or two people. Another example of a law would be do not steal. That's a law because it affects the entire community. Everyone needs to follow that rule. It could be like a rule, like brushing your teeth twice a day. Maybe some of you brush your teeth 3 times a day, but it's not something that everybody has to do. Your parents would decide what's right for you. But a law, your parents can't make that decision. It's up to the government. It's up to the entire community has to follow. Do not steal. And finally, another example would be drive the speed limit. It's a law that everybody has to follow, that you have to drive the speed limit. If I'm driving down Route 4 and I go past the speed limit, I would get in trouble. It's a law that everybody has to follow, not just one person. So let's take a look at our book. We're going to do a read aloud to demonstrate the importance of these rules. As we're going to see, there's a little boy named Michael who wants to know what would happen if he didn't have rules in his classroom. So let's take a look.
No Rules for Michael by Sylvia A. Rouse, illustrated by Susan Simon. Michael's class was learning about the 10 Commandments.
When the Jewish people received the Torah,
His teacher said,
they received the 10 Commandments, God's special rules that show us how to live. We should not hurt others, we should not steal, and we should honor our parents.
Miss Sharon explained.
We also have special rules here at school.
She continued.
Can you think of some rules we have in our classroom?
You shouldn't hit anyone.
Julie answered.
Or stand on the furniture.
Added Sam.
You should share toys.
Said David.
And help at cleanup time.
Rachel noted. Michael was sitting with a frown on his face. Miss Sharon looked at him and asked,
Do you have something to add, Michael?
I don't like rules, Michael replied. It would be a lot more fun if we could do whatever we wanted. School would be the best place if we didn't have any rules. Miss Sharon smiled and said,
All right, Michael. Tomorrow we won't have any rules in our classroom. Then you can decide if you like having rules.
Yippee! Shouted Michael. The next morning, Michael ran into the classroom, excited that there would be no rules. Suddenly, he tripped over Julie's backpack and nearly fell to the floor. "Hey, Julie, your backpack is supposed to be in your cubby," yelled Michael.
No, it's not.
Replied Julie.
There are no rules today.
Michael shrugged and walked over to the puzzle table. As he began working on a puzzle, Rachel grabbed one of the pieces. "I need that piece," cried Michael. "Give it back."
There aren't any rules today. Haha.
Rachel reminded him with a giggle.
I don't have to share.
At circle time, Michael wanted to show his friends his new dinosaur, but no one would listen to him. David was racing his new car back and forth across the floor as several of the children squealed with delight. "You have to be quiet. It's my turn now," Michael demanded.
No, we don't.
Responded David.
There are no rules today.
On the playground, Michael waited for his turn on the tricycle. Sam was pretending to be a firefighter, racing to a burning building. He zoomed by Michael several times.
Woo!
He screamed, trying to sound like a siren. "May I have a turn now, Sam?" Michael asked hopefully.
No,
Sang Sam in his siren voice.
there are no rules today. Woo, woo.
At snack time, Jonah playfully grabbed some of Michael's crackers without asking. Michael didn't say anything. "There are no rules today," he thought sadly, as a tear slid down his cheek.
What's wrong, Michael?
Miss Sharon asked gently. "I thought having no rules would be fun," Michael tearfully replied. "I could do whatever I wanted, but I haven't been able to do anything I want today. No one will listen to me. No one will give me a turn. No one will share. I guess rules are important. Rules show people how to care about each other." Miss Sharon hugged Michael.
You're right.
She agreed.
That's why God gave us the 10 Commandments. And that's why we have rules here at school. We need to treat others the way we want to be treated.
"Do you think we can have our rules back tomorrow?" asked Michael.
How about right now?
Replied Miss Sharon with a smile.
Children, when you finish your snack, it's cleanup time.
"Yippee!" shouted Michael as he rushed to be the first one to pick up the toys.
I guess Michael learned that rules are important after all. What would it be like if we didn't have any laws, however? It's one thing not to have rules. We know that Michael's classroom became pretty chaotic and it was a disaster. His snack got taken, his toys got taken from him. But think about the world at large. What would happen if there were no laws? You take a look over here. We're going to write about it. Can you imagine living without laws in your community? Draw a picture and write about what community might be without laws. So everyone can think about what would happen if there were no traffic lights. What if there were no traffic rules? What if you were allowed to steal? What if there were no rules at all? No laws at all in our community? Would that be a good place? Would that be a fun place? Would it be a safe place? I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Enjoy working on the writing piece, send it to your teachers, and we'll see you soon, second graders.